Hey guys and girls, hi Alex, hopes everything's going alright. So today I just wanted to change it up a little bit because we've been talking about money and depression and life, and sometimes we just need to change the subject and just change it up a little bit. So this is going to be a part of my martial arts series. Maybe I'll make a little playlist for those interested. So if you're not into martial arts or don't want to hear about martial arts, then maybe this isn't the episode for you. But please stick tuned. I think it's quite interesting, and it's just nice to reminisce about times. Last time I talked about martial arts, I was talking about my martial arts story and a certain period when I started out. So I'm not going to go into much detail today about other styles that I've tried. But I just wanted to talk about sort of, a particular item that I have which I really like and brings me a lot of fond memories from my time at this particular dojo. So again, I won't go into any details, but this is quite a fond item. So I've done a series of different styles of fighting, and I've also done a few styles of different weapons. So at one point I did what we call Iaido and Aikido. So Iaido is the art of drawing the sword, and so that's back in feudal Japan or the samurais. It's whoever can draw it quickest and in the best possible way wins, basically, who doesn't die. So it basically goes from that and different techniques and what they had to do back in the day when it comes to their rituals and how to take advantage of someone if we're doing the ritual where you're still killing them in an honourable way, all that sort of stuff. So there's lots of books, lots of places that do it. So this is my Bokken. So this is my effectively wooden sword to make sure you don't kill anyone. It can still kill someone. It's still a weapon in some respects. But this is quite a different Bokken. This is what we call an Iwama Bokken. So a traditional Bokken tends to have a guard, which is around about here, where you keep your hand. And that would mean that if a sword, another sword was coming in, you protect your hands because they'd have a guard there. An Iwama Bokken was mainly derived through Aikido. It's to do with a lot of the Aikido techniques. And originally, when I started, I had one with a guard, and I saw the instructor at the time, and he didn't have one in a guard. And after a few classes or whatever, I asked him why, and he said, for one thing, having the guard there is easier. It protects your hands. You need to make sure that your technique is perfect. And if it's not, then you get hit in the hands, which teaches you a valuable lesson about doing a technique properly. And the other thing is that it's heavier. It's heavier than a traditional sort of Bokken with a guard or an Iaido Bokken. So it made it more difficult for doing multiple cutting. So if you're trying to do 100 or 1,000 cuts, it's just heavier, harder. It makes your wrist stronger, it makes your arm stronger. So overall, in the long term, it's a better thing to have. I looked and researched where to get them from, and there was just so many different types and so many different much information. So I asked him, said, where did you get yours? Because I'd be interested in do that for the reasons that you've told me. And basically, where he got it from is in Japan. So it's hand carved. And oiled and shaped in Japan. I'm not saying this was cheap, because for one thing, being handmade, it was such a beautiful wood, and then exporting it to England and getting it all here, the taxation, all that sort of stuff. So it did cost me quite a bit of money, but this is still sort of my pride and joy. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but it is just a really nice, for those who like woodwork as well, it's just beautifully done. the grain's really good. It's a pleasure to hold, really. There's no jagged edges, there's no imperfections, it's just perfect. So if I'm training at home, this is something I'll usually get out and to help with just wrist strength, your arm strength, shoulder strength, all that sort of stuff. And it's just something I really enjoy having in my life. It's expensive, but you can tell the quality. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that today, just a quick simple thing. I'm not going to show you how I use it or anything like that, because I just don't want that on the internet. I don't want people copying it or taking the mick, to be honest. It's been a while since I've properly trained with it. So yes, that's all really I wanted to talk about today. Just keep it different, keep it fresh. At some point I will come up with my story part 2, and I'll talk about the place where I got this. Possibly that might end up in part 3, who knows. But I have very fond memories of the place and training with my Bokken and things like that. But yeah, so that's it for today. Please, if you have any questions about Aikido, Iaido, the Bokken, martial arts, myself, or any questions from the previous videos that me or Alex have done, love to hear about it. Give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, all the other YouTubey bits, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.